Imagine you are walking through your city in the year 2050. You step outside your home, and instantly the street cameras recognize your face. Your phone connects to the city network. Satellites track your location. Your smart home sends updates about energy use. Sensors analyze your walking pattern for safety, and your digital assistant predicts where you are likely to go next. Now here's the shocking part. None of this feels strange to people anymore. It has become normal. But the question is, normal for whom? For the city, for the government, or for you? Today we're talking about something that is quietly transforming our world. Something that will shape the cities of the future more than skyscrapers or flying cars. AI surveillance and the death of privacy. And trust me, by the time we reach 2050, privacy will not look anything like it does today. Let's start with something very simple so everyone can understand. Privacy used to mean you controlled what others knew about you. If you didn't want someone to know where you were going, they wouldn't know. If you didn't want your information shared, it stayed in your house. But today, and especially by 2050, privacy doesn't depend on what you share. It depends on what the systems around you collect, analyze, predict, and store without you ever noticing. Look around even today. Your phone tracks your steps. Your apps track your location. Smart TVs record voice commands. Cars have onboard sensors. Street cameras have AI recognition. Online platforms know your preferences better than your family. And all of this is happening without you consciously participating. This is the beginning stage. Now imagine this multiplied 100 times in 2050. Let's go back a bit. Around the early 2020s, many countries started using smart surveillance, CCTV cameras with AI, license plate readers, predictive policing algorithms, biometric scanners. These systems were sold as safety tools, and yes, they helped in many cases. Crime detection became faster, emergency response improved, missing people were found more efficiently, cities got safer. But at the same time, something else happened. Surveillance became invisible. It moved from cameras you could see to systems you couldn't even imagine. In the 2030s, cities began upgrading their infrastructure with integrated AI networks. These networks connected public transportation, traffic systems, hospitals, schools, workplaces, and even private smart homes. Suddenly, everything was part of one intelligent ecosystem. Sensors were everywhere, cameras were everywhere, satellites and drones monitored everything from above. Even your wearable devices became part of the city data grid. And here's where the real problem started. Surveillance was no longer about watching you, it became about predicting you. Let me explain this in a simple example. When you walk in a mall, AI can detect your emotions by analyzing your face. When you stand at a bus stop, sensors read your stress levels using heat signatures. When you drive, the car monitors your behavior. When you speak to your digital assistant, every word is analyzed. And all of this data is fed into AI models that make predictions: what you will buy, who you will meet, where you will go, how you might behave, and even what you might be thinking about doing. This shift from observation to prediction is the moment privacy truly dies, because you no longer need to reveal anything. The system already knows. By the 2040s, smart cities became not just interconnected but self-regulating. They used AI for nearly everything: traffic control, electricity distribution, waste management, law enforcement, public health, immigration, taxation, and even social behavior. These AIs did not just watch behavior, they shaped behavior. If a crowd formed that looked suspicious, drones were deployed automatically. If someone walked unusually late with abnormal heart rate patterns, they were monitored. If AI detected frustration in someone's voice during a public call, it flagged potential domestic stress. These systems were fast, efficient, and incredibly accurate, but they came with a cost. Privacy as we know it vanished. Now imagine waking up in the city of 2050. The moment you open your front door, facial recognition systems confirm your identity. The street sensors analyze your body temperature. Your house reports your exit to the city grid for energy optimization. The microphone in your car checks your stress levels. Your smartwatch sends updates about your heart rate. Your digital assistant listens for emotional cues, and your city AI uses all this information to monitor, predict, and react to your daily movements. Does this sound like science fiction? Maybe, but almost all of this technology already exists in early form. China has massive AI surveillance networks today. London has one of the densest CCTV systems in the world. The United States already uses predictive policing and real-time facial recognition in certain regions. Companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, they all collect enormous amounts of behavioral data. And by 2050, these systems won't just collect data, they will interpret it and act on it in real time. Now, here's where the story gets truly complex. AI surveillance doesn't always come with evil intentions. Many times, it genuinely helps people. For example, early disease detection through public health sensors saved thousands of lives during future outbreaks. AI crime prediction prevented violent incidents before they happened. Smart sensors reduced road accidents dramatically. An emotional AI in public spaces helped identify individuals at risk of self-harm or violence. So the problem is not that AI surveillance is all bad. The problem is that it becomes impossible to separate safety from control. In the 2050 future city, your privacy will not be taken away by force. You will voluntarily give it up for comfort, speed, convenience, safety, personalization, and efficiency. You won't say, "I don't want surveillance." You will say, "I want faster emergency response. I want safer neighborhoods. I want personalized recommendations. I want AI to handle the boring parts of life." And the price for all this? Your privacy. Now let's think about something deeper. In the past, privacy meant no one knew your secrets. In 2050, the dangerous part is not that someone knows your secrets. The dangerous part is that AI can predict your secrets, even the ones you haven't spoken about. If you are depressed, AI will know before your family does. If your relationship is weak, AI will detect it from communication patterns. If you are planning to switch jobs, AI will spot it from your browsing habits. If you're thinking of traveling, AI will predict it from your behavior. If you are politically frustrated, AI will notice it in your tone and facial expressions. This is not imaginary. Algorithms today can already identify political leanings from just a few likes on social media. They can detect stress from your voice. They can predict mental health conditions from your texting speed. Multiply this by the technology of 2050 and the picture becomes clear. The city knows you better than you know yourself. Here is the biggest dilemma humanity will face by 2050. When AI surveillance is everywhere, who controls it? Governments, corporations, AI itself? What happens when someone misuses the system? What if an authoritarian government uses surveillance to suppress dissent? What if companies use your emotions to influence your decisions? What if criminals hack into surveillance networks? What if AI itself starts making decisions beyond human oversight? Human history shows that any system with too much control eventually gets abused. And in 2050, the system will not just control information, it will control prediction, behavior, and emotional responses. Some countries may rebel. They may create privacy zones, places where surveillance is forbidden. Others may embrace total transparency. Some societies may accept that privacy is a luxury, not a right. Younger generations may adapt and stop caring. For them, privacy might feel outdated, like fax machines or floppy disks. But even then, a new question will emerge. Is privacy a basic human need, or is it just a cultural idea? Does mental freedom require privacy, or can humans function normally under constant data collection? And here's the twist. The biggest danger is not what AI sees. The biggest danger is what AI thinks it sees, because AI doesn't just collect data, it makes assumptions, it connects dots, it predicts behavior. And sometimes those predictions can be wrong. Imagine being flagged as a risk because your heart rate was high. Imagine being monitored more because you walked differently one day. Imagine being questioned because your emotional pattern didn't match the city's expectations. By 2050, AI surveillance will create a world where being predictable is safe and being unpredictable is suspicious. This alone is enough to reshape human behavior. And that, my friends, is the real death of privacy, not the loss of secrets, but the loss of freedom to be unpredictable, to be human. This future is not about cameras and screens. It's about algorithms shaping your life, sometimes helping you, sometimes controlling you, and sometimes misunderstanding you. And the biggest question we will face is not whether surveillance is good or bad, but who controls it, who watches the watchers, and how much of your inner world you are willing to give away for comfort and safety. In the next episode, we will explore how societies will fight back, what privacy tools people will develop, and whether we will ever regain control of our digital lives. The future is here, and it's watching you.